Sanders with VBN Sports, talking football with David Rooney, who is the VCFL president, stands for Valley Community Football League. And David, the times they are changing. Normally we'd be in a studio chatting or out on location, but this is the new norm. So let's get right into the meat of it. How long have you been the VCFL football president?
Well, this is actually the start of my second year on a 2-year term. I've been with the VCFL now for about 4 years and involved in community football for just under 10 years now. But you're right. This is I would rather be in a much different situation going into my second year as president of a football league because we're not playing any football right now. So
it's pretty tough. Now, what got you involved in football? Some people it's because they played. Some people they have kids that are playing, or some people just want to step up because they see the need in the community.
Yeah, my son, he's a second-year midget now. Started when he was 7 years old, and we got into it with a neighbor friend, and started from there. And I got more and more involved as it came. I started coaching in the second year, helping out as a parent coach, and worked my way up. And then you're right, as there was a need, I wanted to join and help out because it's a lot of fun being able to help all these volunteers execute a game on the field, more so than just standing on the sidelines and cheering, for me at least.
Now, you oversee 5 organizations, so I don't know if this will be a Sophie's Choice kind of question, but what are some of the highlights that you saw from your organization, maybe in provincial play or just seeing these young men grow and young ladies grow?
Well, it's you're right. It's tough. It's like trying to pick your favorite child because I do really love every single association in the VCFL. There are a ton of highlights over the years. Meadow Ridge at the junior bantam level won provincials 2 years in a row with 2 almost completely different teams, same coach, and almost made it for a third year and lost in the finals last year in the VCFL finals. We've seen Chilliwack grow from a really decent football program to one of the province's best football programs as far as coach retention, player retention. They're the Saskatchewan of community football, if you will. Everybody in Chilliwack gets behind football, so I think it's pretty awesome. But honestly, it'd be tough to pick just a couple. Yeah.
Now, you've had a number of players move on, play in the ABC Border Bowls for Team BC, some even making the ACG All-Canada Bowl for Team West. How proud are you when you can sit back, not just as the president, but as a fan of football and see what these young players are starting to accomplish and starting to get noticed with?
Well, my goal originally when I first started with it was just to help out. But now I have this idea of eventually owning a pro football jersey with a kid that was a VCFL player's name on the back, right? Like a Chase Claypool, for instance. He was slightly before my time, but another great story of how community football starts players on their path, whether they go to high school, junior, or post-secondary after that. Community football is a great launching point where it is one of our hashtags. We play them first. It gives them that great base set of skills to carry on with their career.
Now, so many options for kids. I've got 2 kids of my own between the ages of 5 and 18. What is it about football that makes it a great sport, whether it's tackle football or it's the flag football?
Great question. Football in general is the ultimate team sport. Every single player on the field has to do their job in order for it to be successful. It is not one player that takes that ball from one end zone to the other. Everybody has to do their job. So training for real life, if you get hired onto a company, you may not be the one making the sale or you may not be the one signing the checks, but everybody in that company has to do their job in order to keep that ball moving. And so it's a great metaphor for life in general, is that you don't necessarily have to be the quarterback or the fastest running back in order to be on a successful football team. And every successful quarterback will tell you that they don't do it alone.
Well, I know just from calling football over the years, that offensive line might be the most underrated part of any football team. But if you're not saying their name, you know they're doing a great job.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, speaking of play-by-play, you, my friend, actually got the opportunity to jump into the booth and call a pair of junior games for the Huskers last year. Tell me about that process and how it was for you.
It was honestly, it was a lot of fun. It was I was scared to death when I first got approached for it, because I have no problem obviously speaking in public, but I've never called a game before that wasn't me sitting on my couch at home. So I got to work with, listen to your broadcasts first and foremost, and thank you for some of the notes you passed along to me. But being able to work with Matt Macri, who's I've known for years, he's my vice president. He's been a coach in our associate in our league for many, many years, and a great guy. Was so great to work with. It was basically us having a conversation about football live during a game. So it was a lot of fun, and I hope to do it again.
Well, the invitation still stands open, my friend. We got to get to the tough stuff now. How hard was it to announce that spring tackle and spring flag football were both canceled this year? I'm sure that you can hear the passion in your voice. Yeah, I'm sure that was not something you guys did lightly.
It broke my heart, to be honest. We do this because we love the game of football and we love the kids playing the sport. The idea that the whole world right now is going crazy, things are not what they were 6 months ago. And the one thing that we, as parents and volunteers, draw from all of this is that we get to have a crazy week at work, and then we get to go and watch kids play football, right? We get to cheer our kids, we get to cheer our teams, we get to cheer other kids that are playing, and we don't get to do that right now. And it really was heartbreaking for us to have to do that. But our mandate in community sports is that we have the kids safe first, and that is always going to be our priority.
Last question there, Nostradamus. Look into the crystal ball and tell me, do you think there will be football in the fall?
My heart says yes. My rational brain says maybe. To be honest, if you listen to the experts on TV, and everybody seems to be an expert lately, good, right, wrong, or otherwise, our job right now is to be ready. When the government and our health professionals tell us we are good to go, we need to be ready to hit the ground running. And so our associations are working hard to make sure that they do have field allocations when the time comes, that we've got coaches in place, that players are ready, and that we can quickly register players so that they've got their insurance in place in line so that we can start playing as soon as possible, both flag and tackle. And it remains to be seen what happens with this situation. But I think I've got the right people in place and amazing volunteers that are going to make this happen.
David Rooney, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your insight. Be safe. And at least we've got some NFL signings to watch to keep us going while this carries on. Thanks for your time,
Absolutely.
David.
My pleasure. Thank you.